Yo, what's going on, everybody? So it's the Dueling Bros back here again. It's your boy Chris, and we got another deck breakdown for you. I had a nice little nifty idea. I know a lot of people were only really able to get their hands on Nightfall product, so I've decided to build a Nightfall Only Dark Deck. So this is all of Nightfall cards. Granted, I believe like the Lightning in a Bottles came from one of the theme decks. I think as the Spirit theme deck it came out of, possibly, or a release event deck. I can't necessarily remember. And then we got the Power Up Red that came. That this for sure came from the Spirit theme deck. And then New Beginnings came out of the Headless Annie. What you call it, release event deck. So, and then this Nightfall promo comes out of the spell book. So you would have had to get your hands on still, I guess, a good amount of Nightfall product, or at least one of each of those items. But, you know, anyway, this is all Nightfall only. So they're just kind of laid out where you can get everything from. And then the rest obviously just comes from regular packs. So let's dive right into it. So we got 42 cards here. We got 10 Dark Aura. So that way you'll never run Aura Dry, because that is the worst thing in this game is Aura Dry. If you have cards but you have no Aura to play them with, what is the point? So you'll notice we don't have any artifacts in here because the artifacts are part of Cryptid Nation. And then the artifact essences, like the Obsidian Obelisk, that's one ground and one dark. Although it is 2 Dark Aura and we do have plenty of stuff that is neutral, I don't like the fact that they can be destroyed. And sure, if you want to destroy an aura, that card is for neutral aura, so that is a much higher cost than just like a destroy artifact with 0 cost as like an absorb aura. So that's my reasoning. I personally I like the having only aura. That's personal preference. Of course, if you have Cryptid Nation cards, feel free to swip swap whatever you need. But this is specifically for Nightfall only. So let's go forward. We got the Power Up Red, like I mentioned earlier. If you can get a Power Up Red, you're gonna want it in your deck. Basically, there's if you have beasties. Unless you have a spell oriented deck, then maybe Power Up Red won't necessarily be as useful. Nightfall, this Nightfall promo, it's just in case you're unfamiliar. All beasties attacks from the Metazoo Nightfall set deal plus 25 damage this turn, and it's considered night this turn. Damn near, if not damn near, I think every single beastie in this can benefit from night. And then, of course, from the plus 25 damage. And then, of course, my bad, if you don't know what Power Up Red does, place under target beastie, loses immortal, gains 100 LP, and gains 100 damage to its attack. And then, this page leaves the arena if it would leave the cemetery, or go into the cemetery. So, then we got Tribal Warcry. So I think there's a sleeper card. It's not necessarily like going to be the staple of this deck, but I would like to point out that we got 4 Beastie Werewolves here that we'll get into later, and then we got Beastie Sasquatches from Napa Rebobs, and this is actually going to be paired with Napa Rebobs. We'll go into that a little bit later. Right now, I'm just going through the breakdown, and then you got when he goes the Beastie Demon, and you got Dover Demon as another Beastie Demon. So there's plenty of stuff to get a small boost, but really what you're going to be looking for is Napa Rebobs. That's what you really want to be looking this for. And then say you have a lot of Napa Rebobs in your limbo, then you need to possibly use it for a Werewolf of Defiance. But anyway, we'll get to the real reason I have that in here later. So then we got Mothman. Mothman is great with Injured Cold. Now you can only have one Mothman per spell book, whether it be one Cryptid Nation Mothman or the promo Mothman. There's like 3 different versions of Mothman right now, and you can only have one of any of them. So this one obviously came in Nightfall, so that's why we have this one here. And whenever you contract it, you can search your spellbook for Injured Cold and play it without paying its aura cost, and then you shuffle this back into your page. So that's pretty strong because Mothman is 5 and Injured Cold is 6. Aura, so right there you save yourself an aura on top of that. But then if you don't want to do that, you can target caster reveals a random page from their chapter and cannot bookmark on their next turn, and then you shuffle this page into your spell book. So the power is also pretty strong. You know, you don't want to sleep on allowing someone to draw for their next turn. Now you do have to sacrifice this card, to go back into the spell book. But when you contract this, don't forget to go for fear. And you always, whenever you contract a beastie that has fear, you choose a beastie already on the field from an opposing caster, and you flip for fear. Don't forget that. That is on you to remember to do your own flips. If you're in a tournament, you can't expect your opponent to help you out. And so then, of course, Feathered Assault, 50 damage, and and it inflicts Scared. So Mothman is a really, really good card. Especially, I like the Nightfall Mothman much more than I like the Cryptonation Mothman. But however, out of the 3 Mothmans, if you want my honest opinion, the 3 Aura Mothman promo that you get from a Cryptonation Blister is the most OP of the Mothman. You heard it here first. But anyway, this Mothman goes great with Injured Cold, so you want to leave him in the deck. So then we got Zombie Apocalypse. So Zombie Apocalypse is kind of going to be like your last resort, or maybe all your beasties were destroyed or whatever. It's 5 Dark Aura, and you replace all beasties in the arena with Fatigued Zombie tokens. 10 LP beastie zombies with 10 damage attack. All replaced beasties are placed into the limbo. So, this isn't like Flood the Earth where it's like only, like water beasties and, flying isn't affected. It's like, no. Everything gone. Yours, mine, every caster's. So it can hurt you as well as help you. So that's why it's kind of like a last defense resort. Like if you want to reset, basically, like if they have a bunch of very powerful beasties, like 3 Quetzalcoatluses or whatever, bam, you save yourself right there. And so then we got the famous Wendigo. So as I stated earlier, Wendigo has anything you have with fear. As soon as you contract it, you want to choose an opposing beastie, flip for fear. And the cool thing with Wendigo is it also regenerates 10 health every turn. And when you flip the coin for fear and the result is tails, you can awaken this page and attack it. So basically, if you don't fear something as soon as you get on the field, then you can attack immediately. And then if you destroy that beastie, then you get to flip for fear again. And then if Nightfall is already out, then it goes to 60 damage. And if you happen to have played the Nightfall card this turn, he would be doing 85 damage. So, that would be very strong and very, very beneficial. And, this is a real good way to either destroy a beastie or continually keep getting them beasties back into your opponent caster's hand. So it's a very strong card. It's only 3 Dark Aura. It should be the staple of any dark deck, I think. And then we're going to go ahead and now we're going to move forward with Adam Ackler. Adam Ackler is crazy strong, especially in the dark deck. 4 Neutral Aura, Fleet Footwork, 70 health, and you choose whether it's a light or dark page. Obviously we're going to make it a dark page here, but for whatever reason, say maybe you're going against another dark deck, you can choose him to be light and get that type advantage. But I think you just stick with choosing him dark, because if he's a dark page, this page attack deals plus 20 damage and inflicts scare. So right off the bat, boom, you declare him a dark page. He goes 70 LP, 70 damage, and he inflicts scared on everything. And then if Nightfall is out, like if it's nighttime, then fucking it's 95 damage. That's more damage than Mothman. So Adam Ackler, you cannot take him out. If you're like, man, he's not a dark card, we just need to take him out, you're a silly goose. This guy does not leave the deck no matter what. Okay. And so now we got your nighttime and we got your full moon, right? So I know I skipped over the Werewolf of Defiance a second ago. That's fine. That's because we're about to come to it right now, because we're going to combo it with the full moon. So nighttime, of course, everything gets affected by nighttime. So you want to have that Terra. And now full moon is here because Werewolf of Defiance is 3 Dark Aura, right? And if this page costs 1 less Dark Aura if full moon is active. So that it breaks it down to 2 Dark Aura, right? So then when it's contracted, deal 25 damage to target opposing beastie. So that's not a spell, that's an effect, right? So you know who's magic proof that is really wrecking the world right now? Frogman. And if you use Born from the Earth and you have Werewolf of Defiance. You get that full moon out there. Born from the Earth allows you, the next beast you can track, one less aura for each Terra bonus it has active in the field. Hello? That makes him go down to 2. And then, since you get full moon out, oh wait, he gets another one less from full moon being active. So if you use that Born from the Earth combo, Werewolf of Defiance goes down to 1 dark aura, 65 LP, and will have 40 attack. But if full moon's active, it's going to have 55 attack. So it's a very powerful combo. You can deal 25 damage directly to a frogman that nothing can be stopped, and you have 4 of them. So granted, you'll have to get all 4 on the field to destroy that frogman if you're going to destroy him with this effect. But if you're going against a water deck, there's no smoky spirits that can stop this Werewolf of Defiance effect. So, you just need to keep that in mind. Paired with the Lightning in a Bottle, paired with Werewolf of Defiance, if your goal is to get rid of a frogman, I guarantee you can do it that turn. So it's very strong. Frogman is magic proof. I know I just went on a whole rant, but that's pretty much the reason we have this card in the deck, is because of that effect and because of that combo we can do with Born from the Earth and Full Moon. I don't think anybody should sleep on that. But with anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on to Bloodlust. Bloodlust, you can only have 2 in the deck, and I think this is going to be fairly easy to figure out why we need it in the deck. Equip this page to target Dark Beastie without a page under it. Equipped Beastie doubles any damage it would deal and must attack the closest opposing page to it before attacking casters. Pick if there is a tie between the distance. Equipped Beastie cannot have other pages under it. So this is the only thing you can have equipped to target Beastie, but it doubles the damage. It doubles the damage. That is so good. It doubles the damage of Adam Act, doubles the damage of Wendigo. It doubles the damage of Werewolf Defiance, doubles the damage of Napa Rebobs. Injured Cold, you probably don't want to do Bloodlust on, but we'll get to that in a second whenever we're going over Injured Cold. Dover Demon as well, you probably don't want to Bloodlust him because his effect necessarily isn't for the damage. We'll get to that here in a second. But Bloodlust for any of your damage dealers, Werewolf of Defiance, Napa Rebobs, Wendigo, Mothman, Adam Ackler, is perfect for, okay? Same thing with Tribal Warcry, but Bloodlust, of course, is going to be a lot better than Tribal Warcry. And then, of course, your main big boss for your power-up is Power-Up Red. So then, of course, no staple, no deck would complete without Bookmark. So, it's a Pot of Greed. Just in case you need to see it up close, you bookmark 2 pages, 1 neutral aura. Boom, done, easy. Now, we got New Beginnings in here because, you never know when this could come in handy. Each caster places their chapter into their spellbook. Each caster shuffles their spellbook and then bookmarks 7 pages. You may not put New Beginnings in a spellbook contains another page with New Beginnings in its name. So, we're just going to go ahead and rock New Beginnings because, you don't necessarily want to discard anything because you don't really have too many ways of bringing it back. Yeah, sure, you have Injured Cold that can bring back 2 beasties. But, this is a 42 card deck, so you don't really want to lose anything. You don't have anything extra to to really help yourself out if you discard a bunch of good cards, like if you use New Beginnings, or if it gets used on you or whatever, and Mothman's gone, Adam Ackler's gone, or Wendigo, or that's pretty big. So I like New Beginnings for this deck because you shuffle everything back into the spellbook, and then you can get a whole new hand. So I think that's pretty strong for this specific deck, and also it falls under the category of Nightfall cards, which is what we are limiting ourselves to with this deck. So then, now we're going to go to Lightning in a Bottles. You get those from the... What theme deck did I get this from? I honestly can't tell. This is the Arachnid one, I think. The one of the release event, the Poison release event deck, I guess, is where I got this from. Yeah. So this came from a release event deck with the Poison Spider Lady, I believe. That was another one. That was a... Side note, that was a release event deck that did kind of surprise me. I did like the idea of that. But anyway, Lightning in a Bottle, you awaken target beastie and it gains first strike until the end of this turn. It's a potion. It costs 0. Either you're going to want to run 5 Smoky Spirits or 5 Lightning in a Bottles typically in a deck, depending on, whatever your purposes in the deck. And for this deck, we're going to go super offensive. Lightning in a bottle is the way to go. Bam. All right. So now we're going to have Dover Demon. So a lot of people, I think, have been sleeping on this card. You know, if you're going to participate in a tournament, you just go ahead and just nullify that top part, whatever. Okay, what we really want is Dreadful Howl. In combat, after this tax resolves, deals 10 damage and inflicts scared. So a lot of people, I don't know if you really understand how strong this is, because if he attacks first, he inflicts scare. So like, say someone has a Chessie out on the field, okay? Just example, I love water, so water cards are going to come to my mind first. So like, let's say you're going against a Chessie, right? You attack this Chessie on your turn. You end the combat after this attack, so he doesn't get attacked back. And you inflict scared on that Chessie, so the next turn, when it awakens, if it wants to attack, it has to flip for scared. Now, granted, you know, Chessie, you get to bookmark a page whenever if you get to play the Chessie again. So it would still have a benefit for them, but, you know, that's just Chessie. You know, most other cards you're not going to want it to go right back into your hand. So this is really powerful. You know, don't sleep on it, especially if you have lightning in a bottle out there. You know, you can boom, scare, everything. Scared is pretty strong. Now, also though, you know, if you don't like it, you can take this card out, and it would be 41 cards instead of 42 cards. That would perfectly be okay as well. But I personally like the Dover Demon. And then now we're gonna go to Injured Cold. We've already spoke about how to get him out with Mothman earlier. He's 6 Dark Aura. You know, you get the Nightfall. The Nighttime Terra bonus. Place up to 2 Dark Beasties with Aura cost or 2 or less from your limbo into the arena awakened, and all other Dark Beasties gain Immortal, and this page cannot gain Immortal. And then, of course, Indrit's Gaze. If he attacks a dark page, then you can take control of that page, and then until this page leaves the arena. So, if you do have Cryptonation cards, don't forget you can Chaos Potion on opposing beasties. Caster's Beastie, make it dark, attack it with Injured Cold, and then you will have that Beastie until this page leaves the arena. So that's a strong combo, but that's a Cryptonation card. Today, we're only working on Nightfall. I can't help it. If I know a good combo off the top of my head, I'm going to say it. So, Injured Cold, though, great card. You know, you can bring back Nappa Rebobs, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, and or Dover Demon. And you might be thinking to yourself, man, like, you're leaving out Werewolf of Defiance, Adam Ackler, Wendigo. Like, is Injured Cold really that worth it? And yes, it is. We've already covered Born from the Earth. You know, each caster can search a Terra, and then, you know, the person who uses Born from the Earth, they can contract a beastie for 1 less aura per Terra bonus it has active on the field. So now we're going to get to the secret. The secret! So if you wanted to... sure, take out Dover Demon, throw in another Nappa Rebobs. That would be my only suggestion. But I like the fact that Dover Demon inflicts scared, and it ends combat after its attack resolves. Now look at this card. All right, a lot of us have seen this card, and you think to yourself, okay, it's a good looking artwork. You know, it's a funny monkey, and it's like, okay, a banana. Oh, so what? But wait, think about it. If there is a banana with an eyesight, double this page's attack damage against casters after modifiers. What is in that parentheses is crucial. So Nappa Rebobs, 1 Dark Aura, 25 health, and is flying. Nighttime bonus and farm bonus. Well, we're not going to have that farm, but it's fine. So let's go with everything in this deck that would affect Nappa Rebobs. Tribal Warcry, okay? If you have 5 Nappa Rebobs out there, Tribal Warcry 1, this guy goes up to 75 health and 75 damage, okay? If you have a banana and eyesight, you attack a caster directly, that's 150 damage with this Nappa Rebobs. That is strong. Not to mention, if you have Nighttime active, that would be 85, and that would be 170 damage with 1 Nappa Rebobs. That is strong, right? Power Bred Nappa Rebobs, 125. If Nighttime's active, 135. That's 270 damage. 1 Nappa Rebobs. 4 Lightning in a Bottles, that's game over. That's game over. Okay? You have all 5 Nappa Rebobs out there. You use Nighttime. It's all Nighttime or you use the Nightfall promo, right? It's Nighttime for the turn. They all get the 10 bonus. And then they get a plus 25 bonus from this card. So on top of that is 60 damage. So all the Nappa Rebobs would be 60. So that's 120 damage per Nappa Rebobs just from using this Nightfall card. Let alone if one of those was Bloodlusted, or if one of them were Power Up Red. Bloodlust with Nightfall, Bloodlust, you would plus 25 damage, so that's 50. Plus 10, that's 60, right? So then you double it if you're attacking a caster, of course. So that's 120. And then you use his effect, Nappa Rebob's effect, to double again if you're attacking a caster. That's 240 damage per Nappa Rebobs, okay? And that's crazy. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 spells. You got 5 Nappa Rebobs. It's thought out, So Nappa Rebobs is crazy strong. Don't sleep on Nappa Rebobs. It's flying, so only other flying beasties can attack it unless, they're defending. And so that's the secret. That's why we waited till Nappa Rebobs until the end, is because Nappa Rebobs can secretly destroy an entire deck, and you can get it out so easy. You can bring back them with Injured Cold, and then on top of that, they'll be immortal while Injured Cold is on the field. If you do get Injured Cold on the field, I'd recommend Power Up Redding Injured Cold, because it's going to be way better to have these guys immortal than to just Power Up Red 1, where then, it can be still be destroyed. So, all right, guys, that was a lot. Again, we're gonna quickly go over it one last time. We got 42 cards. All right, we got 10 Dark Aura, Power Up Red, Nightfall, 2 Tribal Warcry, 1 Mothman, 4 Werewolf of Defiance, Zombie Apocalypse, Wendigo, Adam Ackler, Nighttime, Full Moon, Bloodlust, Bookmark, New Beginnings, 5 Lightning in a Bottles, Dover Demon, Injured Cold, Born from the Earth, and then 5 Nappa Rebobs. Feel free to make any changes you might like to match your play style. But this is the Dueling Bros for a Nightfall deck that only consists of Nightfall. It's a dark deck, and so if you don't have any Krypton Nation, don't worry. This deck will wreck shop for you. But thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.